Yeah, I'm not for certain who this man is.
Primaries to independent voters.
Another person in favor to opening.
Quite a bit when I ran for Congress in 2012, and I appreciate all of
A man that's ran for Congress in 2012. I don't know who he is.
As we move forward. And when I think back to that campaign, one of the things that I asked everyone that ever heard me speak was I asked them for a favor. And
I don't know if you can hear this.
Not just independents, but Republicans to help support me in my run. Welcome them because our platform was one where we were for something, not opposed to something.
He may run short on time because he's long-winded.
We were for good-paying jobs. We were for
I think he's talking about Democratic core values.
Opposed to discrimination in all of its forms.
Opposed to discrimination in all its form.
And you know what?
Working wages
salient, not just to Democrats,
for that.
But it's salient to independents and it's salient to Republicans too.
He's saying it's very much in sync with independents. Again, this is another good point. But Jim Frazier
Cutting off voting rights for anybody, we have an opportunity to
brought up better points.
We have an opportunity to be the big tent party. We have an opportunity to welcome
He's talking about being the big tent
That's what I ask all of you to do when
party.
you're supporting me. Welcome people who are going to vote for us. Show some consistency.
He's talking to the people that have supported him. Apparently he wrote out his statement and he just glanced at his notes.
Whether or not you're going to affiliate yourself with one party or another.
Well-spoken individual.
Okay? You have a choice, and you're going to listen to what people are saying for both parties. And if you have a party that's telling you that you're welcome to vote in primaries, you're going to consider that. And if you have a party that's going to be opposed to you joining their party, and that they want to exclude you...
There are comments from the galleries and do not sound positive.
You're not worth their time.
Calling this man out on his words.
And by comparison, if we do this today, if we open up our primary elections to independent voters, they're going to begin to identify themselves as Democrats. And we're going to see a trend in support of
They believe there will be a trend that if independents are allowed
So the Republican Party, the party in opposition to everything, the party in opposition to all of those things that I just said what we were for.
1, 2.
They're going to be in sharp contrast because they're
1, 2, 3, 4.
And if you're an independent, the choice becomes clear. This is how we grow our party. This is how we move
They're talking about growing the party. I'm not for certain if this is the right way to grow the party. I have not yet decided my vote. I'm listening to what the people, the delegates that are coming for and against are saying. Hey, Edward.
The next speaker
Oklahoma City County, I heard, is voting in favor for it.
Debbie Lutwich, and she has...
Debbie Lutwich is coming up to the platform.
5 minutes and 35 seconds.
She has 5 minutes, 35 seconds. I believe she's opposition. Let's hear what she has to say.
I appreciate the opportunity to having a say in this very important issue that we're taking up here today. And we've heard a lot of talk about the independent voter. I know a few.
Okay, she's going over the obvious.
We're excited about the independent voter, though. How many of you all know that the majority of the applications the election board receives, these people do not mark Democrat, Republican, or Independent. If nothing is marked, they default to the independent category. That is a
I did not know this.
I've taken it up in the past with
that if when they register to vote, they have a choice of Democratic, Republican, or Independent. If they choose nothing, by default, they become an independent voter. All those people would be able to vote in a Democratic primary. Choose this resolution. Should this resolution go forth this afternoon?
They don't know any better. They haven't paid attention to either party. Maybe they listen too much for the man, for the woman.
They're saying that we do not know who that independent voter is.
However,
but should that exclude them?
I'm a Democrat, and I'm still a Democrat today because of our issues. Because they are relevant in my everyday life. They're relevant in your everyday life, or you wouldn't be here today. Especially on a hot summer.
They're talking about the Democratic core values.
You gotta wonder
She's
where
at a
they
minute and
stand on
31
the issues
seconds.
that are important
She
to
has
us.
5 minutes to speak.
Okay, they may help us.
I'm not hearing anything that sways me
I know a few that might.
one way or the other.
That's pretty big might. But when it comes to issues like choice,
They're talking about choice, abortion, choice.
the ones I know don't stand in our corner. Where do they stand on same-sex marriage?
She's bringing up
Guarantee
same-sex
they're not in our
marriage.
corner.
There's
Where are they on school vouchers?
school
I
vouchers.
guarantee you they're not in our corner. Where are they on the Affordable Care Act? Can
She's
some of them
speaking
even
fear.
say towards President Obama?
She's saying they cannot even saying
And they won't.
they could not even say the words President Obama.
The reasons, the issues that we all became.
But let's be clear, a lot of the Democratic Party in Oklahoma did not vote for Obama.
Relevant to other voters. Maybe we're not doing a good enough job teaching.
People are saying that she's lying. She just said the teachers are not doing a good enough job.
Tell people out there why we're right.
Why was
Republicans
she
are wrong.
asked?
They need to register as a Democrat. They need to turn out the polls and help us in the primaries.
She's acting like she's God, that they need to register as
Let
Democrats.
them in our primaries.
They have a right
We
to
are
register as
taking
independents,
an easy route.
if they so wish. And no one should take that choice away from them. We are the party of choice.
But at what cost? Let me tell you, those shortcuts come with a high price many times.
And someone's on the floor with their head in their
Only too well.
knees.
Let me tell you. if
I'm
we
not for
don't-
sure why.
If we don't stand up for our issues and convince people that we're right and they're wrong, we're not doing our jobs. And we can do a lot better. I have faith in the people in this room that we can do a heck of a
She's
lot better
talking
job
about
than
that
what do.
we have, that she has faith in this room that we can do a better job than.
Stand for these issues that made us all Democrats.
I don't know about
I
this
became a
one.
Democrat at early age of 16.
I don't hear any solid reasons
Coming from a small
to
rural
not
county
vote
school,
or
I
to
saw
vote
how
for it.
important was to the people.
I'm just hearing a lot of
If
fear.
people stood up for us, it was the Democrats.
In my opinion.
When I was a young woman, it was about choice. It was about equal rights for women.
Now she's talking about equal rights for women when she was a.
fighting for what I believed in, the issues that were important to me. How many of you became Democrats because of public education? Raise your hand. Raise hands. Is that a core issue for you? What about same-sex marriage? What about gay rights? What about women's rights?
She's doing a thing where she gets people to raise their hands on issues that they are passionate about. If you raise your hand and you agree with them, then you may vote her way. And she thinks we do not realize. My goodness. I just do not like these tactics.
I yield my remaining time to Jeff Marcel.
Wow. That is. What do I say? A lot of fear in that speech against the resolution.
To Jeff, Representative Burson is.
I think they said this person's Jed. I don't think I quite heard it right. Doesn't look like a Jed.
Representative Burson will be using 4 minutes and delegating for additional minutes to Representative.
Virgil? I'm confused,
Thank you very
ladies and
much,
gentlemen.
everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to speak on something that's
She's
very
speaking
important
for
and
the
something
resolution.
that I truly
In the
believe
resolution to allow independents to vote in Democratic primaries.
I know that
Live from the Democratic
we have to
State
do for a lot of
Convention
people
of Oklahoma.
because we're the ones putting in the hard work. We're the ones who are the party loyalists. We're doing the tough
Loyalist term is being mentioned quite often on both sides of the issue.
Of the Democratic Party. But I also think that it's time for us to admit that if we're going to continue as a successful political party in Oklahoma, we have to try something different. Allowing independents to vote in our primaries is not an admission that anyone in this room is at fault or is weak, but it is an admission that things haven't exactly been going well for us as a party in quite a while. No one speaking in favor of this is blaming anyone for the direction our party has been going. It's been happening nationwide, and there are lots of reasons for it. But that's not why we're here today. This is about taking a risk on an experiment I'll admit that we love to draw distinctions between us and the other party, the Republicans. And their party chair has certainly made that easy for us.
It made a good point about the other party.
For us, the differences have
Laughter is a good way to reach people when you're swinging opinions from one side to the other. And Oklahoma Democrats are opinionated, but we gotta try something. But is this the right thing to try? They're talking about we have to do something different because what we're doing is not working. With great applause, it is received.
Now, this is not to say that we are going to stop trying to recruit Democrats and trying to get people to register as Democrats. That will always be.
They're talking about voter registration.
But this is simply a step in the right direction. We have to show people who don't have allegiance right now to one party or the other that we want them, that we are willing to let them vote in our primaries, because we are the party of inclusion.
Again, whether we are the party of inclusion, a popular thing for Democrats.